Okay.
Right, so we have a new name.
Yeah, we're back. We have a new name. It is called.
Wait, I don't know which way around it is.
It's fucking hell.
Wait.
Right, we're back. New name now.
New name.
Timepiece Talk.
We
We had to change the name because
I was a bit optimistic after saying we'd put the other one in the ground.
Yeah, basically. So right. So let's just basically say let's do this conversation first. Basically, we called it that. We were thinking about changing the name anyway because there was obviously another podcast and we didn't really look into it too much. Turns out that podcast is a lot bigger than we thought. As well, so
not that we're going to get that. We're not going to get that big,
and not that we wasn't going to change the name anyway. We was, but we questionable. But we thought we'd better do just because our respect.
We were going around and talking to people about the podcast, and they were already saying like, "Oh, we listen to you and all this,"
and we were like, "Yeah, you're definitely not listening
probably
to
not
us.
our one. It's probably a different one." So, Timepiece Talk is the new name, which I actually prefer anyway.
Yeah, so do I. To be fair,
I kind of prefer it.
Don't get me wrong, I did like the old one, but
keeping time
was a sick name.
I actually prefer the new font on the logo as well.
Yeah, so do I. It ties in a bit better. Yeah, I'd see
a bit
that
more
actually.
modern. But yeah, so we're Timepiece Talk now. So yeah, that's
okay.
Happens.
So we went to a watch show this week.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
We went.
What was it called?
It was the
again.
London.
No.
Yeah, it was. It was a watch salon.
Watch salon.
Watch Pro.
Watch Pro Salon.
Pro Salon.
Live.
That's it. That's
something
a bloody long name, but that's what it was. I think
something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was.
It was a good little show. Yeah, it was.
It was a lot like for anyone who's been to Salon QP before. It was practically Salon QP. A lot of independent brands, smaller brands. There was some big boy brands there as well, but there wasn't like
Well, there was Grand Seiko.
Which is a massive brand.
And then obviously you had Bonhams, which were doing. There was
the
a
auction.
Nice.
Yeah, so they've got an auction coming up, and they
Paul Newman was there.
Paul Newman. There was loads of like 5513s with some nice ones. There was a T dial sub next to the Paul Newman.
Oh, was it? What?
So nice, lovely watch. That was there. They had a few Piece Unique. Was it Piece Unique? Yeah, Piece Unique Pateks. APs. Fully diamond set with.
I did not see those.
Yeah, you did with the. I remember pointing them to you and you going, "Oh, look at them." They're ladies ones, but they were really nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we did that. That was good. There was a few little brands as well that we'll get onto in a bit.
Well, I think the aim of the show was like a niche. It was like a niche brand show.
Yeah.
Whereas funny enough, the London Watch Show were exhibiting there.
Yeah.
Charlie was down there.
We see him there. Yeah, we didn't say hello or anything.
No, but
should have done probably.
Should have done.
Why? That's what it is.
Why didn't we say hello, Archie?
I think. Do you know what? To be fair to him, he looked a bit knackered. And I didn't want to I didn't want to.
You were just too scared.
Yeah, he's probably too scared to say hello. To be fair, I'm joking. I wouldn't really care, but I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was the time and like the place.
Yeah,
to
no,
do
it's just a bit. What, a trade show?
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. It was just after that talk, and I really didn't want to. Also,
I know what you mean.
So tired at the end of that day. It was.
Really you were hungover that whole morning.
Oh, that was brutal.
You were. Yeah,
it wasn't good.
Not in a good place.
That wasn't. The night before was my uncle's 50th, and I think I went a bit too far.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we didn't even know this event was happening until
the day before.
The day before.
And I booked the tickets. I knew it was happening. We knew it was happening because we talked about it on the podcast.
We literally said, yeah, but we thought it was a few weeks later.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, we have to go. Do you know what I mean? I thought I couldn't make it because I had my uncle's 50th. It turns out it was the day before. Luckily. So
I think I was I drunk as well. Yeah, I was hungover.
Probably.
I think. Yeah,
not as much as me, to be fair.
No.
Luckily enough, someone had to fucking steer the ship. Do you know what I mean? I was literally wandering around like, oh.
I know. Well, your girlfriend was there as well.
Yeah,
and she was very good at.
She does a lot of she's very good at very good people person. So yeah, she's done a lot of good. Had a lot of good conversations with people and good. She's good at
really
starting
good at
conversations.
Networking,
I need to sort of
she'd be really good at networking.
I need to learn a bit off both of you really because I'm not really a.
I'm not too bad.
Trade show wise, I don't mind. But yeah, anything else is a bit like.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just to be fair, half these people you're probably not going to see. Like again,
yeah.
If the so it's
I
mean the idea of networking is to see them again, so it's probably a bad phrase, but you're not.
I know
really.
What you mean.
Do you know what I mean? They're not like people who are gonna. It's they're gonna respect the fact you've come up to them over. Thinking you're weird for coming up to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there was some decent people there though. We met who did we meet? We met some really cool watchmakers. There was the one called I think it's called Zin. The one I remember, like there was that one.
The school like thing.
No, that's another thing. But there was this brand called Zenith Winkle. It's a Swiss brand. Like, it's a really fucking good watchmaking.
Yeah.
And they don't have any stockists. So
Oh.
yeah, and the guy was pretty much open to like
Who's
thing.
like-
They only make 100 pieces per year.
Who
They had stunning watches.
was it? The first people we spoke to?
No, like one of the last people.
Was I there?
Yeah, I'm sure he was. Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was talking to someone else.
Maybe I can't remember.
Yeah, but I don't know. But yeah, it was good. There was a few other brands, like there was the William
Oh, so yeah, really cool watches actually.
Yeah.
Mostly made out of bronze.
Wood watches.
William Wood. The
Stunning.
history of that was really interesting because we met the owner. Well, I don't know if he's the. I guess he must be the owner.
Yeah.
His grandfather used to be in the fire brigade, served
Yeah.
in the fire brigade or whatever, and so all the watches are made from like
Fire hose.
upcycled firefighting equipment.
Yeah.
So the straps, some of the nicest straps I've ever seen on a watch as well.
Yeah, and they got that. They
made from
when
fire
you get
hose.
when you get a rubber strap. Normally, the rubber strap is so like.
We're not wearing watches
you
again.
put I forgot again. But when you put them on, it takes a while for them to mold to your wrist. But the ones that he's used, they're so good.
It's because it's upcycled material.
Yeah,
so it's already
and then
got
they have the it's stitched into it as well on some of them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, but
nice.
no, just and some of them had, he called it patina, but it was just like the numbers from the hose that was written on the hose.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So you could option to have it with like the original markings.
Yeah,
that
from
would
the
have been on
hose,
that hose,
which is pretty cool.
which I think is really cool.
Yeah, my girlfriend really liked those actually. She
wasn't she
wants
like
one.
close to buying one?
She wants one. I think she said she might buy one.
Really?
Yeah, she really likes them.
Yeah,
which is a cool watch.
That's
to
a
get.
cool watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, fair play.
And she does like she's not like massively into watches, but she is like because I am sort of thing.
Yeah,
So I'll be like, oh look at this watch. And she'll be like, oh wow, yeah, that's nice.
Oh,
Shut up, Archie. Stop to go to bed. Stop looking at watches.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's oh wow.
Yeah.
I just realised they're using the same Shopify template as we are.
Oh really? Are they?
Yeah.
Oh well. Good template though.
Yeah, it's a good template.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were bronze cases as well.
There were some really nice
bronze cases, and there's a piece of firefighter's helmet in the crown.
In the crown, like melted into
which
the crown,
is awesome, I think.
Yeah.
And they had a whole range of straps, cases,
different styles,
ranges,
different
range.
bezels.
Oh, they had the travel rolls as well. I forgot about those.
The what?
They had the leather travel rolls.
Oh
like
yeah,
that
was cool.
Yeah,
and the travel and the boxes as well. That the break in case of fire break glass.
Yeah, that was
stuff
sick.
like that. That was
awesome. Look at these ones he's put out recently. The markings on the hose.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's cool.
And do you know what? They're not even badly priced for what they are.
No, we're looking.
Very reasonable.
So you're looking at, and they're all automatics. I don't know what movements they are. Starting about 695 for this Valiant collection. So those ones, I think they were the ones we looked at.
Yeah.
695.
That's really good.
Yeah. Was there one that was see-through? Or was that a different watch company?
No, it had a clear case back.
Oh, I think.
And on the back of the case back, it said in case of fire break glass. Yeah.
But wasn't there another watch company that had that the crystal dial? So you can actually see so it was like a skeleton.
Blue.
Yeah.
That's the Zenith Wing.
Oh,
people.
okay.
Yeah. Because it had it was like a sapphire crystal dial. Yeah, it was gorgeous.
And then the Triumph, which is a chronograph, is 2495.
Which ain't too bad for
not too bad.
It's nice. I personally,
in case of fire break glass, there you go.
If I was going to get one, I'd get the just one of the standard like diver looking ones. I think they're gorgeous, and they're so well made as well. Like I love them. I think they're really cool watches.
Actually,
shout out William Wood watches.
I didn't even remember the dial on the chronograph. Looks so cool. It looks like I remember him telling us. It looks like an old firefighter dashboard.
Oh yeah.
It actually does. Sorry, fire engine.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Really cool company. It got a lot of attention at the show.
Yeah, there was a lot. They had these cool little stands as well, made of.
But they've been going a while.
Copper.
They have been going a while.
Yeah, he said, didn't he?
Oh, they do cufflinks. Sorry, I'm now just obsessing over their ranges.
Have a look.
The
at
display stands was. Oh, there you go. There's the.
Yeah, that's dope.
The display stand was really cool.
Yeah, they had.
We obviously have some ideas for when we exhibit at shows. We have some cool ideas how we incorporate the name Skylines into display stands.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it obviously we're not going to
give it away
too much, but
yeah,
it's a really cool. What they had was like
copper piping,
which I'm guessing was
It was all sorted together. I mean, it's like basically like like firefighters, like
firefighters, copper
piping, No, but it does tie together like the whole theme of it.
Plumbing
you know
range
I mean?
next.
Yeah, but it was really good.
Yeah, really
and,
cool. Really cool
it really
stuff.
fitted the whole.
The owner was lovely as well. He was really nice guy, really
had a
passionate.
nice little team around him as well. To be fair,
it looked like
they were all nice.
But they only and there was a charity aspect. I think probably like I think it was possibly
something to do with the
firefighters association.
He donated. He donated like I think it was like they've donated like 50K.
Mate, they've been in Forbes.
Have they? I think it was they donated around 50,000 to. Will's here, by the way.
Say hello, Will.
Say hello, Will. Yeah, there you go. You're not going to hear that.
No one's going to again. No one's going to hear that.
Yeah. It was.
Hey, stop talking.
I think they don't donate a certain amount of money.
I'm just loading the page
to charity, which is pretty cool. Like
mate, you're taking up way too much airtime with that coat noise.
Will's got a bin.
Firefighters charity, so
that's pretty cool. Yeah. What else did we see there?
So there was that watch school.
So basically, I've been like a watchmaker for like since I started. Well, the first time I opened a watch was probably when I was about.
Since the moment you breathed air.
Since I was out the womb, I was doing watches. No, I was like, I probably got into making it, like taking apart watches, and I could actually like fully take apart a watch, put it all back together, have it working again when I was about 15, maybe, because I started tinkering when I was about 14. That's when I first opened a watch, and the amount of watches I ruined was ridiculous. But they were only cheap ones, So now I'm really good with all that stuff. So I want to get my like actual certificate, my like watchmaker certificate to say.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Because I think like I do a lot of through the company, we do like a lot of watchmaking things for other companies. So like for example, I'm not going to say the names and stuff because obviously that's my clients, but we do a lot of polishing for other watch dealers and stuff, and obviously that entails me disassembling the watch completely. So I'll be doing like Cartier, like Rolex, loads of different bits like that, which I have to take apart, and I can do it really comfortably, and I don't mind doing it, obviously. But
it's better to be. It's nice.
We can get other deals with because I know these people obviously through the trade and through like they're my friends really who've gone into business in other places, and they get me the work sort of thing. Yeah. But if we're moving forward, it's just nice to have a certification, and also for the website, it'd be cool to say, oh, we've registered watchmakers. We're actually all, we've got the certificates and stuff. We've been to the schools and that. So yeah, I'm going to do my bench test. I'll probably book it in a while, but I have to do the course first, which is like a home learning course, and then you have to go to the colleges and stuff. And then I think there's another one where you go to Switzerland and sit your bench test, which is pretty cool, but I'll have to figure that out. But I'm going to do it now, and I've
found the
people to do it with, which is awesome as well, because I've got this going on constantly. I'm always working. It's pretty much non-stop for us, isn't it? Like with you're busy all the time with your other stuff, and this is like even recording the podcast takes up like a lot of time, because it's not only just recording it. Like it might seem like it's a low end podcast.
It's quite a lot of work for me to go and
you have to go edit it all. We have to have a meeting about like what actually we're going to talk about. It's not just
it is a lot of work. People do you know what it does. Obviously I've been involved in like content creation for a while now, and the thing that does get to me is first people like devalue, like in money wise, like in terms of if someone asks for stuff to be made, they devalue actually the amount of work that goes into it, and the amount of
people don't realise
long-term education that's gone into learning the skill. It's not like you can pay someone who's starting a cheap amount to just hold a camera or take a decent photo, but when you for example take one creative service, let's say automotive photography. People don't realise that if for one photo of a good quality photo of a car, you've got to
stitch stuff together.
You've got to stitch together maybe 20 odd photos where you're taking a new photo, moving a light source around the car to highlight different shadows, and then you've got to spend hours in editing to go and make that photo stitch together into one photo, get it perfect. And then they're gonna, do you know what I mean?
It's not a shame because people literally look at the photo and go, "Oh, yeah, cool."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But they don't appreciate.
That's why I fell out of love with This is why I wanted to move into watches rather than because you can't really disappoint a client if you give them good customer service. Because if there's a problem with the there's a problem with the watch in the end of the day, you refund them the watch.
Yeah.
and that's just because they don't like the product, and you haven't made the product.
No,
So your satisfaction comes from just being a nice guy and talking, giving them a good deal, whatever. Don't screw them over.
Yeah.
Whereas my old line of work, the kind of still that I'm pursuing, you've got to deal with clients on a long-term basis. You've got to, you're completely in control of making them happy.
Yeah.
And if your work isn't up to scratch, people aren't happy. But people can also just be picky for no reason.
Yeah.
They might not like this element for whatever reason, even though it's correct technically.
People don't like it.
So it's really hard, and that's what made me fall out of love with one of my biggest hobbies, which was photography and videography.
Yeah.
But then the work that I do that I actually enjoy doing, so I put out those 3 London cityscape photos the other day.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed editing that because it was for myself.
Yeah.
And I think actually Will at the back can probably agree when it comes to art as well. Like when it's your own drawing, your own like inspiration, rather than like a client wanting a certain piece of art to be made that you don't necessarily get behind. It's so much harder to enjoy it and be like passionate about creating it.
Will agrees.
Will agrees. The silent man agrees at the back. So yeah, that was a tangent.
Yeah,
but,
no, it's good.
But do you know what I mean? Like it's very different. That's what made me fall out of love with that industry.
Yeah.
And doing it, like I still do it as a hobby my whole life because I enjoy photography and content creation. I don't mind doing it here because obviously this is part of building this business, which is what my main drive is at the moment, and starting to get into watch trading, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, there's not every job's going to have everything right about it. So every job is going to have things that aren't great.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like that's what I was saying was like, people don't really understand how busy like we are. And just doing this podcast it takes up like a few good evenings. And I obviously have another job as well, which I really love, and I'm never gonna stop that other job.
It's your family's
business.
It's
my family business.
You can't get rid of it.
Yeah, I would never. And it's like,
but that's why me coming in on this, because I can devote. I'm deciding to devote.
That's what I mean. Like I wouldn't be able to do. I wouldn't be able to do the website. I wouldn't be able to do all the photography. I wouldn't be able to do. You have so much unique skills, and you've honed in over your other businesses.
And I'm now learning the watch industry at the same time to deal with that stuff.
Exactly. So. And we're doing this now. Do you know what I mean? And like, it's just it's good for basically what I was saying is the whole point of me doing this. Why this watch course is good for me is because it's like a it's basically like a one that ties in with everything that I do. Like I can do it on my own terms. So
it's what you want. You can be flexible and it's like, so when you learn to fly,
like the perfect one.
When you learn to fly, if you want to become a commercial pilot, there's several courses you can take. I used to want to be a pilot, so that's how I know. But well,
if anyone's got a plane for sale, Julius.
Yeah, I'll just go and buy a Gulfstream. Jesus, young Drake. Screw it.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, so like if you want to learn to become a pilot, you can do several courses. One is it's called a modular course, and you can do it around. If you have a full-time job, for example, you can do it. Obviously, you can't, but you can do the elements as you can afford them.
Yeah.
Because it's really expensive, like $100,000 to go and learn to be a pilot. So you can do the elements as you can afford them.
Yeah.
And do them around like jobs or work or whatever it is. And for you to be able to have like a modular in a way of doing your course,
it's just so much better. It just ticks the box for us.
And also, mate, you've got so much going on, not just with your work, but with this business as well. Like we're about to get into the busiest stage.
Yeah.
We're coming up to trying to launch this thing.
Yeah. And like I'm down here every
night
evening.
making the jewellery. So.
Like I said, I did a post on Instagram today saying like, we are getting through it. It's just it's hard sometimes.
Well, do you know what's mad as well? Like we've been talking about this website for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Talking about doing this for 2 years.
And we're getting to that point now.
And it's taken me to literally almost quit everything else I'm doing. You to spend every night
just fucking working and
don't swear, Archie.
I know, sorry, Mum.
For listening.
Yeah, she told me off for swearing. So,
but do you know what I mean? Like it's taken that level for us to actually start pushing this.
Yeah.
Which
it'll get to the way,
but it's worth it.
It's and it's working as well,
and we're enjoying it.
Yeah,
like I love being here. I love it.
Yeah,
like this last Sunday, we spent a day like making some jewelry. Will was here. We were listening to music. Like just having a good time. Like we actually enjoyed it, and we got
loads done. Yeah. We made the amount of content we made in that evening was amazing.
We've got a really cool video coming out soon.
Check out the photos on it. We'll probably post them like slowly on the Skyline.Jewellery Instagram.
Oh, they turned out quite nicely.
They was honestly my favourite photos that anyone's ever taken of me, definitely for sure. And me and Will, Julius took one of me and Will that I like. Honestly, it's my. That's my. Me and Will have never got pictures together ever, and we've been friends.
See, this is where I love photography.
Yeah,
because I've captured a moment.
Yeah,
there was a little bit of a creative aspect to it, not much.
It's literally that's one of my favourite photos.
I edited it quite nicely, and there you go, like that sort of reaction. That's what makes me enjoy photography.
It's just like.
Whereas I'm sick of people being like clients, and luckily I haven't had it badly ever. Like my clients have always been lovely, with the exception of a few where I've had some issues. But like clients have always been like very complimentary of the work and stuff. You know, it's a pleasure. But that made me fall out of love with the industry because I wasn't enjoying it.
Exactly.
But hearing people's reactions and wanting, like, enjoying the fact that moment has been captured or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I was actually talking to Willow about this on FaceTime earlier. Like, when I was younger, I used to just pick up a camera and film everything.
Yeah.
Like, I have videos of me in when I was like 12 on like my first holiday. I can remember.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And I was making like almost like little vlogs, kind of whatever, like little videos of my holiday, and like I can go and relive those memories.
Yeah.
And that's why I love photography and video.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to do. I'm going to get those pictures printed out, and get them like framed and stuff. I'll probably hang a few here somewhere.
A little frame on your desk.
I actually will. Honestly, that's one of my favourite pictures.
His girlfriend won't get on his desk.
Yeah, no. Me and Will though. Yeah, but
yeah. So
what was I saying? Oh, quickly. So as well, on a side note of all this, what I'm saying about the progression we're making.
Yeah.
Some of the pieces that are coming out.
Oh, they're gorgeous. We're not going to show them, but there's 2 trays of jewellery over there.
Yeah.
And Jesus,
that we're getting through, and they're
not diamond set, but even without the diamonds,
they've still got stones to go in. But that's another thing that I'm gonna have to sit down and go, okay, I want pink diamonds in this one, yellow diamonds in this one, just obviously normal diamonds. Then I want sapphires, emeralds, rubies. Like,
I think a shopping trip up to Hatton's.
I know, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go to one of my diamond dealers. But also, I've got a friend whose dad is a jeweler, and I went to see him not too long ago.
Is this?
And I won't say his name because I don't think
who I think
it's who you think it is. Yeah. He went to our school, but his dad, phenomenal jeweler. Like, he was showing me pictures, and the stuff that he produces is, oh mate, it's stunning. And he doesn't just do jewelry; he does like I think he said he's done like canes and stuff for like, and I think one of them went to like Prince Charles.
Oh, you mentioned about
and
this.
Honestly, some of the stuff that he's made is, you look at it and you go, wow. But he's not. Do you know what he wasn't a jeweler at first. He was an engineer. And he's got an engineer. The way he makes jewelry is like through an engineer's perspective. So it's
so precision. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And he showed me this necklace he had. It's a lovely ruby necklace, and just the precision on it. Everything that he's made is so good. And we are going to be stocking some of the pieces. I actually need to call him. I should have called him a few weeks ago now, but I've been.
But this is the issue because of your full-time job. You know. Yeah. We are going to look soon for like a space as well.
Yeah. As soon as we can. The plan is we've got this here, and this is the workshop.
Yeah, this is great.
And this will studio. We might move. If we do get a place, we might move the studio.
You know what I was thinking would be nice is for a studio to have it actually as like a desk.
Yeah.
And we sit up above it on a stool or something. Because the only thing with this is we're a little bit slouched, like a little bit. Like it's hard to feel like you're actually.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
This feels good, but it's like, I'd like to be in a nicer...
With guests as well. You can't fit guests.
I can't get guests in here.
We can get one sitting here, move all forwards, but...
Yeah. But that's not the point. It's like, what the plan is to start selling stuff, right? Rent a little office in
our local
town, probably, which is Bishop Stortford.
Make it, possibly have the option to have appointment onlys.
Yeah, so we'd kit it out like an office,
make it look good,
little showroom thing.
Yeah.
And obviously with my family business and stuff, like I can do all of that sort of stuff. I'll obviously get my dad and like everyone to help me. Obviously, like do all that fiddly stuff. But we can fit it out as like a nice little studio, little office, and have appointment only.
It's also good because I can do my other bits from there as well. I can base myself from day to day when you're not around. Will might at some point in the future. Will might have an art studio.
Yeah.
And what would be cool is our showroom. We can also have Will's art up on the walls around.
Yeah, exactly. But the end goal is to have, obviously all of this in one building. But for now, obviously for the cost, for me to rent something like this. Luckily, my mum and dad built like at the back of the property. My mum and dad built it's like a big barn sort of thing, and this was supposed to be their office. And they said that it was never really, they never really used it. And I was like, Dad, can I just move into there? And he was like, yeah, just use it, whatever. And it was
how long have you been in here?
Since 2000. How long do you reckon, Will? It's a good what? Not 10 years. No, this has been going since 2014. So I think 50. I think I done this in 2015 when I kitted it out, but it didn't have obviously any of the equipment. You've been
building up all your equipment over.
Yeah. So now I've got. Oh yeah, when I first started, it was just a desk, but like I painted all the walls, done everything, and it's just like we've just refurbed it as well just now. But
well, like my equipment and stuff, it's taken me quite a while to build up all that stuff.
Exactly.
It just comes off. I feel like everything we've done is like
it's getting
led up to getting this stuff sorted.
And now this stuff's sorted. This will be
because between us we can cover it, which is sick.
Yeah, which will be good. So like you'll be there, in the daytime when I'm not there. Yeah. And then you don't like this is another conversation for another time, I suppose. But like you don't obviously have to be. There's up that we'll have to talk about like a whole structure or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, the thing is, what I'll do is again, this is not
because you're still going to want to be doing your other work.
Only little bits though. Like if I can. Yeah. Get it.
Depends on first. Obviously, it depends how much money we got. Because I'd like to get the office sooner than later. So we probably won't have
but what I'm saying is, if I'm doing the trading myself,
because that's what
the watches trading myself to start with anyway. Yeah. I can do that as well from the place. At the same time.
That's another thing that we should probably mention. Like a lot of people who do these businesses shut their people who work for the business. They don't allow them to trade on the side. They don't allow them to.
Yeah, you can't do that, or you can't. A lot of businesses that,
which is fair. Which is, do you know what? Technically, that's fair enough.
Like a lawyer, it's like a lawyer going and getting their own clients and running them on the side of their firm. Yeah,
but to be fair, it was a bit not weird because I personally think that's the right thing to do because I was doing it when I was in that position. And to be fair, the person who I used to work for was totally for it, but so in some cases they aren't. So like I want to be like even in the future when with other employees I want to be going, look, you're making this much with us, but on the side you need to be, because it's stupid.
The thing is, the way you've got to look at it though, only the people who will be allowed to do that, their sales have got to be bloody amazing. Like what they're putting in for the company needs to be like really good otherwise. Because if you start taking your focus away from that,
so like that's the thing is conflict of interest and stuff. But
obviously for me and you it's different because we can do it outside because we're building this company,
but also like we, it's not something everyone can do anyway. You have to have the knowledge and you have to have
but if we're hiring salespeople,
but also we are going to have like a small team anyway. Yeah. So and by the time we're hiring salespeople, hopefully we're hiring some of my friends personally in the industry because. That's end goal. That's like having the people that I know who
helped you in the past,
who helped me and taught me. If we had them, we would dominate. Yeah. They're honestly these group of people. They're the most. They've taught me everything. Alex, like obviously a few other people.
I won't say the names. Alex.
I won't say the other people because they're obviously affiliated with other people still, and I don't want to cause any tension. But obviously, if one day if it gets to it where we're making enough money to afford them and pay good wage, then like they've all said that it's something that'd be interesting.
And that's why that's why I was so keen to just not drop everything, but this is now
part of.
This is my main focus. Like I want to get this to be. I want this to be my thing, in the future. Yeah, and I'm so like keen. I've been learning the watch industry like over the last 3-4 months, like all the time. All I think about is like watches at the moment. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's good. It's good to be sort of.
I'm obsessed. Yeah,
that's what it gets you. Yeah, so you get the bug, and then from then on you're hooked.
Yeah, which I definitely am.
Yeah, good.
But also I think it's. Do you know what? It's something I figured out like the other day. I was thinking about this. Like I've always loved like the sort of the luxury kind of industries, like fashion, cars, photography, fashion, cars, watches, jewelry, whatever. I've always loved it, but more from a consumer point of view.
Yeah.
And then I realised, well, hang on, that is the one thing I've always liked, like the whole time. Like I've jumped in and out of different things, enjoying different things, like the photography. Like I started to not like and stuff because of. So I thought, well, if I make this my actual long time career, and cause I'm passionate enough about it as my hobby or my interest, surely, you know. And then suddenly it clicked, and for the first time, I've actually enjoyed working.
Do you know what?
I've enjoyed building something. I've enjoyed actually the challenge of something.
That's one of the reasons I actually started, because back in the day, I was like, oh, I'm really into jewelry, I'm really into watches, but I'm not going to go, Mum, Dad, can I have money to buy this watch? Can I do this? Because obviously I was only a kid, and I was like, do you know what? If I bought a watch, done it up, sold it, and I did that again and again and again, I'd be able to buy whatever watch I wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like that, and then that was like, wait, if I owned a company that bought and sold watches and done jewelry, I would never have to pay for it personally myself ever again.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was one of the big reasons that got me into. Obviously, there's a load of other reasons. Like,
watches or jewelry, if you could pick one. If you could only buy, sell,
that's
make.
good. That's a good thing for me. So
because obviously for me it's watch. I love jewelry. Yeah. Like, but the thing is, my jewelry knowledge goes as far as basically Cartier.
Yeah.
Like I love Cartier.
So
jewelry, but
for me.
So for me it'd be watches.
Obviously when I first started, it was watches, right? And I didn't even really. I called myself Skyline.Jewellery because it was a side hustle that I was selling like jewelry at school and like flipping it.
But you see so many jewelers cool with watches anyway.
Yeah. So. But I was like, wait, I've got a business. I'm not going to change the name. I'm going to keep the name. I'm going to do jewelry because that is a passion of mine. But watches was the thing that was like, oh, you know, watches really like.
So what is it now?
Is my thing. Now, it's probably.
You can't
60,
say 50-50.
It's probably
you can't put a percentage.
I can.
No. The question.
I can only choose.
You can choose. So if Skylines.Jewellery had to only start doing
watches.
Okay.
Yeah, but in a percentage, it's 60% watches because watches is my passion.
Yeah.
Jewelry is my hobby.
Yeah.
So like weird. Oh, sorry, but weird because I really enjoy doing both.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're both combined, but
because for me it would be like 80% watches, 20% jewelry. Because I don't know how you
because watches was my first one. I'd have to say 60% watches and then 40% jewelry. Not because I don't, you know.
In terms of how much you're having to input though, it's all on the jewelry at the moment. Even though you're helping me get started.
Yeah. Thing is with watches. Like,
thing is, I can pick that up and do it, whereas I can't go and make jewelry.
Yeah. So you know, one day you never know, you might get into it. Do you know what I mean? But like,
I was already into it. Like, I was already interested to see it because like we said on Sunday, we sat down and
made some stuff. Yeah.
We made a Cartier inspired.
Yes.
Legally.
Yeah.
A Cartier inspired the love ring. Allegedly the love ring.
Allegedly.
No, but it like a Cartier style ring, and because it was something I just thought would look really cool, and I thought I wanted to try and make one. Yeah. And you know, we sat over there and filmed it, made it. That'll be going out soon, and that was like a really good
What's that noise?
You playing TikToks?
Is that you playing that music, Will? What is that noise?
It's All Star.
Is that you, Will?
It's you. What the heck? Oh, it's the Bluetooth speaker. Someone's connected to it.
My garden is like very, very long, and the music just started playing out.
That was so scary.
It wasn't a very spooky song, though, was it?
Tiptoe.
What was that song? Was it Beautiful Girls, wasn't it?
Yeah.
By fucking Bruno
I
Mars.
thought All Star was a minute ago.
Somebody
once told me the world.
Anyway, where was we? With the watches, like, I can fix them up very quickly, and
I want to learn how to obviously do up the watches and stuff. Because because obviously I'm looking at. So I'm gonna start getting into the trading. Like I'm starting my trading.
Yeah.
Basically, people say you shouldn't do this, but I'm basically starting with like not inputting a lot of money.
Yeah.
But just
trading
with some trading my way up. So starting.
It's good.
So I'm not gonna take anything out yet.
No.
It's all gonna stay in the watches, and I'm gonna start with one of our watches we have in stock, which is a vintage Omega Genève.
Day date.
What year? Day date. What year?
From the 70s, I believe.
From the 70s. So if anyone wants to buy a vintage Omega Genève,
message Julius and let him know.
Message watches Julius. Yeah. No, but so the point is, I want to start my own watch buying and selling. I need to obviously, because what you know, essentially you go and sell one watch, buy a couple that maybe need a bit of polishing, need a bit of work,
whatever.
A little bit of service work.
And luckily, Julius knows someone who does what.
Well, luckily, someone who can teach me. Hopefully,
so,
as well.
You know, it's a good way to get started, to be fair.
Yeah.
People say you can't do it anymore. It's a lie. You can if you really want to do it.
And the thing is, when it comes to the website being live and all this, I'll then be able to trade our stock.
Yeah, and it gives you a lot of experience. Because with me, I've been in like an actual environment where I'm trading on a daily basis. So I've got that experience. When I was there, it was very like Wolf of Wall Street-esque, like deals going left, right, and center.
No, you're just saying that because
honestly, it was mental. It was unbelievable. Some of the stuff.
Did you pull up in a white Lamborghini Countach?
What did we do? No, probably not.
No,
quite,
you didn't pull up
in
a white Lamborghini
not quite Countach.
But pulled up in his white Vauxhall Astra.
I never owned an Astra, mate. It was a Polo. But yeah, you know what we do? When I was working at that company, we did a lot of crazy stuff, like which was good, but it gives you the experience, you know.
Did you lob dwarves at a dartboard?
Yes, all the time.
Did you?
Yeah, allegedly.
Venice.
Yeah, so that gives you the whole experience of doing it. So really, you need to sort of just get in trading something, you know, just flipping stuff. And it doesn't happen. Like obviously, we've had this conversation, but for people like who want to get into it, like, it doesn't happen overnight. You just need to. You're not gonna start today and then tomorrow you're gonna be trading Rolexes, for example. It's not gonna happen,
or anything crazy. But consignments and stuff is a bit different anyway.
Yeah,
once you've got following,
once you've got a following, you can do other things like consignments, which a lot of people do, and I do. And you know,
I've got a couple of people who are wanting me to source watches.
Yeah, the sourcing is another good way to,
because you put a percentage of that.
Exactly.
I'm still trying to look for 1984 day date. With papers, that's the issue I'm struggling with. Yeah. There's nothing with papers at the moment.
Fair enough. You just need to keep on it. That's another thing. Keep an eye on having a dealer network, which you build up over the years. You know.
Well, that's what we need to reignite.
So when I was working at the old company I used to work for, that Julius has said the name about 7 times. We have to cut it because I don't know if we're allowed. Anyway, so when I was working for that company, I used to you would just get a lot of experience, a lot of exposure to all that sort of stuff. So. Yeah, basically all you need
which
to
is
do.
something I don't have, and that's what I'm hoping I can get.
Yeah, all you need to do.
Oh, we're talking about like having a network of dealers and things.
There you go, that's it. So when I was looking at my old when I was working at the old company I used to work for, leave this bit in. So when I was working for the old company,
yeah, but no one's gonna know why I laughed.
Yeah, I know, that's funny. It is what it is. Basically, Julius kept saying the name, and we can't say the name anyway. So when I was working for the old company, I used to be in a few dealer networks.
Yeah.
But when you leave that company, you have to be removed, because obviously you get given a work phone as well. Yeah. I didn't really use my work phone. I used to use my normal phone.
So you can save all the dealer networks and use them later.
Exactly. Yeah, but smart. I had to leave all those because it wasn't for me. And also at the time, it would have been pointless for me to stay in those because I wouldn't been able to be buying Pateks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to buy Paul Newmans and vintage subs because I was literally like a 17-year-old with not a lot of money in the bank. Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't really do much with it. But now I want to try and get back into them. So yeah, if you're in any trade networks,
that'd be really useful actually. If anyone's got any trade, like we're looking to start, obviously.
Because we've got stock that we just want to like offer out, and also we might have clients for your stock or whatever. So
I've started building up people who want watches now and things. So
exactly.
So if anyone's got any dealer networks that we can
get in, then brilliant.
That company you used to work for has reserved the Aquanaut that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not going to be, but I just like the 18 karat.
Oh yeah, really nice. They'll sell that
1567R.
Beautiful watch. It's
one of my dream watches.
Yeah, it's a lovely Patek. Anyway, so
sorry.
What else was I going to say?
About dealer networks, yeah. So and experience and stuff, but I think the main thing is it'll build up over time.
Yeah.
To be fair, we'll end up in our own groups that probably help.
Yeah, because some of the stock at the moment we're specialising in
the people
vintage and stuff.
like the mates so like the guys out in like Switzerland who we're going to meet and.
Yeah, that's a good segue for the trade shows as well.
Yeah, well, actually, one last thing I want to talk about from the London show we went to was those Jaggy types.
Yeah,
really nice classic. I might have to like move this all the way back to the start.
No, leave it.
But yeah, we went on a tangent, whatever. But yeah, they had these really nice Jaggy types, classic ones, restorations,
stunning,
convertible and
beautiful
coupe.
Yeah, my dad was talking about one today.
You gonna say it?
Yeah, my dad was talking about one, but whether it actually comes or not.
I'm not commenting.
So. Yeah, the whole idea was to like. There's a lot of people doing it at the moment where
it is cool.
They're saving these cars that
because the engine is
they can't be like repaired.
You probably could nut and bolt restore it.
Yeah, but it's going to cost you hundreds of thousands.
So obviously we're talking about electrifying.
Yeah, a classic car, which I'd love to do with like a Porsche, like an old Porsche.
See, okay, this is why I was being funny a minute ago because my issue with doing that to a car, especially a classic car.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's your daily whatever run around, have it as electric, fine. But the point of a classic car is the drama, the smell of oil, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the proper
but if you're gonna that's fair enough for that. If you're buying an E-Type and you're ripping out a perfectly good engine, you're a nonce.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be doing that, right? You shouldn't. You shouldn't be doing it.
That's the title of the podcast.
It's true. You shouldn't. But if you're doing it to like a car that's it's not going to get anywhere otherwise. You got a shell of something and you got to find an engine and you got to build the engine. It's like just slap a Tesla, like a couple of Tesla batteries. I know it's going to cost a lot of money, but it's worth.
I think to electrify it would cost just as much as it would be to put an engine in.
Mate, probably, but I don't know. That was my dad's idea anyway.
No, it's a cool idea. It'd be really cool to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to fucking.
I think it'd be
work on something like that.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Yeah. But yes, they have these two classic cars by the bar.
Yeah,
I remember having that stupid conversation.
I see a picture of them coming in the lift.
Oh, you actually saw one?
Yeah, it was.
So I had a really dumb conversation with the lady at the bar. I was like, how the hell did you get these cars? And she just points behind me at these two massive lifts.
Yeah. That's how you got it in. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They were really nice. What else? What else are we talking about? So
that's the
trade. Let's talk about the other trade shows.
So we're talking about Switzerland. So European trade shows.
Yes.
Are they worth it anymore? Because of Brexit.
Short answer for people who are looking to buy a lot of stock, no.
Because you can't bring it back.
Because it's hard to bring it back. Yeah, you can bring it back, but it's dodgy, and you're going to get caught. There's no point doing that unless you're
flying with like 5 or 6 people.
Unless you're flying and you're flying private. If you're flying private jet, yeah, you can get them on a jet and fly them over. Then you have to fake all your paperwork. So, you're going to get caught out. It's not good. If you're buying 1 or 2 watches from, if you're buying RM and stuff, yeah, if you can get a good deal on RM, it's worth it.
That's what I was going to say. I watched a Watch Trader & Co. their latest weekly video, whatever they called it. Like they follow a week in their lives or whatever. And they went over to the Munich one. What's it called?
It's called.
Was there several?
Yeah, it's called. Fucking hell.
Don't matter. So you went over to a trade show in Munich,
yeah.
And he bought like maybe under 10 watches.
Yeah.
But it was him and his videographer were there, so there's 2 people. So that's 5 watches. You could probably get away with saying they're your personal watches.
Yeah.
And he wasn't flying direct from Munich back either.
Yeah. But there are ways of doing it. You can do it. But you just have to pay your taxes on it. Like they probably did. They probably bought. They would have done it all. Obviously, they would have done it all legit because they're filming it. They're not being.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
They would have paid their taxes on it and stuff, but
still, they're not. Yeah, true.
You can do it, but you just have to have all the correct paperwork for when you go through customs because they will stop you because they know the show's going on.
Yeah.
And every time I've been through there with watches, they'll stop you. Last time I went was probably 2 years ago now, and I went with my dad and I took 21 watches.
Yeah.
And it was like over 50k, and most of them were Zenith. There was a few nice Tudor actually, lovely Tudor.
Is this the one
was a sub?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Tudor Submariner.
Yeah, blue dye. It's on the Instagram. Yeah, lovely. It's sold. Got long sold now, but
did you make good money on that?
I didn't sell it. My client sold it to one of his friends, but yeah, I was going to do a deal out there for all of the watches, for all of the Zeniths anyway that I had in the thing for 21k, and it ended up not coming through. So well, the deal was there, but the guy who I was selling to was arguing over $1,000. And it was like,
really?
There's a bit. I needed the money because it was for a good client of mine, and I didn't want to upset him. I'd rather not sell those watches because I know I can get more money from here.
I mean, the thing is, this is why we're putting so much into having a retail-facing brand.
Yeah, because
because it's okay doing all this trade-to-trade stuff.
But you can't get as good money doing trade. Yeah, markups and markup on trade is absolute dog shit.
Yeah, but there were people, I guess, who only do trade.
But that's because they're doing volume.
Yeah, they do volume.
I used to do.
That's stressful.
Back when I was working at the other company, it was like we would go there and we'd spend like $500,000 with one person. So and that's because they're doing big volume.
Yeah.
So they're making decent money.
It's just it looks stressful to deal with all that
back
stock,
in the day, like when we was part of the. If you voted leave, you're an idiot. You're.
I'm just not putting my view out there.
That is what it is. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. You've ruined the watch industry for everyone. No, to be fair, it is what it is. But
should I just make the title of the podcast Archie's?
Yeah, Archie's a Remain. Definitely, we should have never left. Like for what I do and for what we do, it's not good.
Yeah, there's going to be other advantages and disadvantages. Yeah. Like it's not as black and white as that, but it is for the watch industry. It's not, well. But then again, this has helped the UK watch market, hasn't it?
It hasn't. It hasn't with dealers. Like no, it hasn't because a lot of dealers come to the UK to sell. They buy in Europe cheaper, come to the UK and sell, and they can't.
But now the UK market's quite good. It's just there's less watches coming in.
It's not good. It's not that it's good. It's that we have to charge more money. It's not that we're making more money on them. We have to us to buy the watches has now gone up. So like we can only really buy within the UK without paying the 20% tax.
Yeah.
So now we're having to buy in the UK which there's only a limited amount of watches in the UK. They will obviously come and go and whatever, and they will come into the UK and we'll be able to buy them. But like. In long term, it's just like one of the things.
Yeah, so end of the day, it's not really worth going to like Munich and stuff as much now, unless you're buying a small amount of watches. Yeah. Network-wise, to maybe network with people.
Oh, it's worth going just to show faces and have a good weekend.
That's why we've been turning up to these UK events while we can, because it's like we've not exhibited at any of them, but we're just there.
We will go to Munich because there's a lot of people there that I want.
Well, we need to meet
good tabs on
some people.
Yeah, and obviously that the sort of connections and the knowledge that you share with these people, like it's great, and everyone's so friendly. Like you go to dinner with people you've never met before, and they're like, they're honestly the nicest people you've ever met. Like, and some of these traders will tell you stories and give you advice and be like, oh, do this, don't do this, buy this watch, don't buy this watch. And it's good to have those clients because sometimes. So
I'm not going to be mentioning my desire for a Bell & Ross.
You will get absolutely
what about Panerai?
Oh yeah, no, Panerai's fine. Most of them are Italian, so they'll be like, yeah, Panerai.
I knew I should have bothered learning Italian. Damn it!
I tried to, but just never come to anything. But yeah, trade shows, they're good, but unfortunately, unless there's going to be more in the UK, it's not going to be really.
I think we will see more in the UK, actual proper trade shows.
Just trade, yeah, hopefully.
Well, there is the watch. Oh, actually, another thing, London Watch Show have announced their dates. Next year.
Oh yeah, that's
March.
It's 18th, the 19th, and the 20th.
Yeah, and one of those days is a trade.
Yeah.
Only.
Thing is though, that's also another thing. Like trade only on those days isn't really for us at the moment because the sort of trade that they're doing there is sport model Rolex, in bulk and like date just in bulk.
Was there not a few though that was doing some of ours?
They won't be there on that day because just. It's very.
So hard. We do need like a proper UK trade show then.
We want definitely
a Munich in the UK.
Do you know what? The only thing that they found, me and my friend, Alex, Dan, and Matt, we had a conversation about this like a long time ago, saying, how much money we could make if we done a trade show in the UK, like a proper trade show. I know that the London Watch Show is a trade show, but at the end of the day, it's still like you're still getting people.
The guys who were there, I mean, to be fair, the companies that were there sold volume.
Yeah,
they sold quite a good amount.
But it's not trade. They're not traders. They're businesses.
No. I'm saying, even to go there, they were doing. Like volume sales.
Yeah, they were doing good. Yeah, but that's what I mean. But we need a trade show.
Yeah.
Where it's not companies
all trade prices.
It's not companies with their big banners going, oh, come and look at me.
It's
like I've got this. It's a little shitty stand with loads of cash in it, like Munich, loads of watches. People will be handing over like wads of cash at each other, going blah blah. Like it's literally like a flea market, but just for watches. But that's what we need in the UK.
Yeah.
And we need. I know. I'm aware that it's going on, but it's just not. it's not as big
not
as
the same.
Not the same. And if we could do that, if we
I
could
wonder
get
what it'd do to the watch market in the UK if there was like several of those like on a monthly basis.
yeah, because they're the W it's a WTA show is what it's called. They do them they do them all over
month
like they do them in Munich, they do them in they're every month in Munich, Italy. Really hope that there's like a flea market-y style thing like opens up. There's jewelry I know there's jewelry ones, but you know, I'm hoping and praying that there's a big massive one like the one in Munich in the UK.
Yeah,
and is
let me just clear the water out of my eyes.
What I was saying is, like, I want to launch a brand in a few years' time.
To customize watches?
No, like its actual brand, like an actual brand. Because I got a friend who I've spoken about him many times, but he has got a few like very interesting movements that he's designed. It's Mohammed, yeah. So he's come up with a few like pretty groundbreaking movements, and me and Mohammed have always wanted to collaborate on something. So if he likes the designs that I make and I come up with, which I've come up with a few, it's going to be a very sporty sort of Richard Mille feel, but in between that and
so not square though.
No, it won't be square. It won't be a Tournou shape like Richard Mille. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be different. It's going to be its own thing. It's not going to be. You're not going to look at it and go, "Oh, it's copied of Richard
like that.
Mille."
What's that brand? Beginning with B.
I know what you mean, but it's
not or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. It's not going to be one of those. It's going to be its own thing. It's going to be like new. I've got a few designs already that I've done, like just rough sketches and that. I think did you see him? Will? You did, didn't you? Yeah.
The silent man in the back.
Yeah. Will said yes. Yeah. So I want to do that, and Mohammed's got really like crazy movements. So maybe we can collaborate on that and launch that. And that's the sort of technology that I want to be using, like that carbon, that
stuff like that.
Yeah, similar sort of vibe, similar sort of colours and technology that's used in that.
That'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah, and I don't know I do know what I'm going to call the brand, but I'm obviously not going to say it yet because it's not,
that's a bit down the line, I guess.
Yeah, it's very far down the line, but using that sort of technology and stuff into the watches. That'd be cool. Because I've got some pretty cool ideas. But yeah, that's well over an hour now, isn't it?
What else have you got on there?
Let me see. Right, so we've done the dates. We've talked about the dates. I've showed you DIW watches, which you turned into Riley Reid for some reason.
For some reason.
We've talked about how to get into watch trading, really.
A little bit, yeah. We touched on that. Yeah. And my sort of journey into it, I'll be
documenting it.
I'll mention it across like each episode of the podcast as I start to.
Yeah.
Like so, we're starting off, like I said, I'm going to start with a Geneve Omega.
Yeah.
1970s. We'll just touch it. I'll give it a quick service, whatever. Make it retail ready. List it up on the different platforms like Chrono, eBay, our website when that's live.
Yep.
Instagram. And then we'll probably get a couple of tags with it. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably something like that, or move into maybe some more Omegas. But it really depends what's on the market, and obviously
and what's popular.
I'll help you sort of choose, and obviously I want you to do it relatively by yourself.
They'll get to a point where, I mean, I could probably
you could probably do it. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
But the main thing I want you to teach you is how to service them and polish them a little bit and whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. That's it. It will
take time.
Take a lot of time, but
it's something I need to learn. So.
Yeah, it's more the sort of polishing and stuff that you'll learn pretty quickly. The servicing side of things is just like,
even if you just service them for us.
Yeah, which is probably what I will do.
I can polish them up probably quite easily.
Yeah, it does take, it's like everything. It takes a while to do. Like I couldn't go and do what you do with the like editing.
Yeah, because it's taking years.
Yeah, it's taking years to learn. Same with what I do now, but like I could learn what you do, and you could learn what I do. So yeah, together I think we're going to be pretty fucking unstoppable in that sort of sense. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about.
Is that everything?
About it. Yeah, we've talked about the.
So between now and next week, what kind of? What we do? Remember, this is being filmed on Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday. So
Sunday today.
Yeah, definitely a Sunday.
Definitely Sunday. We didn't get too tired to record it.
Yeah. So I've got obviously to finish off the ladies' rings. I'm so close to finishing the ladies' rings. I'm doing about 2 or 3.
We've got men's rings to do as well.
Men's rings is where it's going to start using a lot more silver as well, because obviously they're a bit bigger. Because I'm doing engagement rings and stuff at the moment, which is what I want to do, because the engagement rings is something that I need more time on, because the men's rings are pretty much. Don't get me wrong, men's rings are boring. They're not like ladies' rings. Ladies' rings, you can look at ladies' rings for like hours and look like the stones and stuff like this. Men's rings, there are stones and stuff, but not as much as it's not as interesting as the ladies. There's a lot of just cast, polish, get it finished, and then
I've literally seen the process.
Yeah, so like with the men's rings, it's going to be a lot quicker, but it's also going to be a lot more silver because of this. Obviously, the size of the rings are a little bit different. So but obviously some of the men's rings obviously are going to be unisex. So yeah, and then after that as well, we're going to have to move into some sort of, what I want to do is like those biker rings, like big skulls and stuff. That's selling very well at the moment. I've got a few friends who think we should do that, so I'm going to definitely look into that, but that's obviously after I've done the rest of the men's rings. I want to get through everything like that.
I mean, and then obviously I've still got to get the website finished, but I'm waiting on
stock and stuff, and we're also doing that other thing that we've got to I've got to get that together and just get that sorted, that templatey thing. And then what else?
I'm just trying to think.
I've got a few cool bits coming up. I've got a custom piece for one of my friends who went to school with me. That's cool. I can't really say too
much.
Diamond set, probably.
I remember.
That's going to be cool, but that'll be posted when it's ready and stuff.
Will we get like promo and stuff? Do you think from that?
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Okay.
I should imagine so, but like I don't know. I'll have to have a chat with him. But what else have I got going on? I've got a few rings on order actually. A couple of the ones with the emeralds in.
Yeah.
The pinky ring sort of thing. I've got 2 of them in yellow gold with diamonds to do, but I need to get a price across to the guy, which is actually a family member of mine, but I just need to sort that out. We haven't really done that yet, but yeah, that's about it. And then obviously I'm working, doing my other job for every single day.
You know those people I sent over to you? Actually, I'll talk to you about this later. Don't worry. I asked you about. I'll talk about it later.
Oh, that place.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about that later. But
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you wanna?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel
and the podcast. Like it or whatever.
Like it. Show your nan.
What do you do on Shopify?
Spotify.
Spotify. What do you do?
Spotify.
What's the thing on Spotify?
You follow and share with your friends on your Instagram story.
And buy my Amiga Geneva.
Yeah, and click on the website once
it's done.
Bye.